Hello students, the topic that I am going to discuss with you today is importance of capital budgeting. But before starting with the importance of capital budgeting, let me give you a brief introduction about the term capital budgeting. Capital budgeting is the process of making investment decisions in capital expenditure. And the term capital expenditure may be defined as an expenditure the benefits of which are expected to be received over periods of time exceeding at least 1 year. Few of the examples of capital expenditure decisions are cost of acquisition of permanent assets as land and building and plant and machineries. Another example for capital expenditure decisions may be the cost of replacement of permanent assets, or it can also be the cost of additional expansion, improvement or alteration in the fixed assets. Now moving towards the importance of capital budgeting decisions. The importance of capital budgeting can be well understood from the fact that an unsound investment decisions may prove to be fatal for the existence of the concern. However, the need or the importance of the capital budgeting may arise due to few of the reasons which I am discussing with you, wherein the first one is large investments. The capital budgeting decisions become so important because it involves large investments of funds. But the funds available with the firm are always limited. Therefore, it is very important for the firm to plan and control its capital expenditure decisions, and which can be done by effective capital budgeting. Now, the need of capital budgeting may also arise due to long-term commitments of fund. The capital expenditure involves not only large amount of funds but also funds for long term, and the long term commitment of funds increases the financial risk. Therefore, the greater is the risk involved, greater is the need for careful planning of capital expenditure by capital budgeting. Now, the next point which makes capital budgeting decisions to be very important can be irreversible nature. Here I am talking about irreversible nature of capital expenditure decisions. Once the decisions for acquiring a permanent asset is taken, it becomes very difficult to dispose of these assets without incurring heavy losses. Therefore, the irreversible nature of capital expenditure decisions brings the need for effective capital budgeting. Now moving towards the next point which makes capital budgeting to be very important, which is long-term effect on profitability. Capital budgeting decisions have a long-term and significant effect on the profitability of a concern. Not only the present earnings of the firm are affected by the investments in capital assets, but also the future growth and profitability of the firm depends upon the investment decisions taken today. Therefore, any unwise decisions may prove to be disastrous for the firm. Another point in the support of capital budgeting decisions is difficulties of investment decisions. The long-term investment decisions are difficult to be taken because of uncertainties of the future and higher degree of risk. Therefore, the need of effective capital budgeting is being felt every time while taking capital expenditure decisions. Thank you.